How's it going? Welcome back to another great video with your boy the Savior. Today I'm going to be giving you my early review of Crash Team Rumble. Oh yes, take me back to the good old days.
Ah, very well. Your players and mine. Three, two, one, go. You failed.
Welcome back to the channel, my OG sinners, and if you are new to the channel, I urge you to subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, and I know I'm asking you straight out of the gate, which is a little bit, oh, Savior, can you at least butter me up before you bend me over a barrel? But please do subscribe. I work hard on my videos, and it takes 2 seconds for you guys, and it means the world to me. I will never disappoint you. Let's grow this community together. If you like game reviews, retrospective content, analysis videos, deep dive video essays and philosophical content, you've come to the right place. So today I'm going to give you my Crash Team Rumble review, my Crash Team Rumble game review, and I'm so excited for this because this just brings me back to the good old days of gaming. Quality, simple fun that isn't trying to be over convoluted and full of, BS mechanics that just make games nowadays boring and stale and feel regurgitated. It's not trying to be an open world massive RPG with broken, busted mechanics. This is a good old-fashioned party beat 'em up type game, and it just brings me back to the days of Crash Bash. Now, if you're not a 90s or early 2000s kid, you're not going to know much about Crash Bash, but I absolutely loved that game. I played it so much, and I still play it now occasionally on the PS2 with the PS1 disc, and oh man, that just hits me straight in the nostalgia. I was never actually a massive fan of the original OG Crash games. I still do enjoy them, but to me it's always been about Crash Bash, so that's why I'm so excited for this one, because it brings back that competitive and just party-like fun.
You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. What was it that I said that caused such a fuss? And that fuss is just beginning.
I'm not trying to be like other YouTubers who just straight up lie to you in the previews and then give you a completely different review. I base my reviews early on the gameplay that I managed to get my hands on and from the extensive research that I do, so I can give you an accurate opinion so you can make a great decision before purchasing the game. But please never pre-order, because that is what's destroying the game industry. So just a heads up, I don't give you a score at the end, I just give you some positives and the negatives, and I respect you guys to have the intelligence to make up your own mind on whether or not this game is worth it for you. At the end of the day, this is a great competitive party game to play with your friends or with some random strangers. If you get some voice chat enabled with a bunch of randoms, this can be a lot of fun. This is just a straight up game that wants you to have fun. It's not trying to be deep, it's not trying to tell an interesting story or anything like that. It's just goofy fun with characters that we love from Crash.
And I'm not taking down that tweet or acknowledging that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
And even if you're new to Crash and you're not fans of the characters, and I can understand that, I don't technically like what they did to Crash, with the new reimagining version of him. I think he looks a little bit just too zany, too cartoonish, and before he was kind of like, a bit of a rascal, but now he just seems like he's hopped up on crack cocaine, or he's got ADHD, I don't know what's wrong with him. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter, because this game is fun. The gameplay is what makes it fun, and the added Crash characters are just a bonus, like bringing back the kangaroo crocodile, which is exactly what we had in Crash Bash, which I love. So basically you collect Wumpa fruit and you take it back to the base, and that is how you deposit the Wumpa fruit, and that is how you score points in this game. And usually it's up to 2,000 points per game mode. Now there are different game modes and there is a lot of variation to be had in the game, so I'm going to get into that now. So if you do enjoy this Crash Team Rumble video, please do subscribe, and that is how you can support me. Check out my music on Spotify, I make synth music which you might like, and also consider dropping a small donation to support the show, I would appreciate it, and you get extra content if you become a member. In previous games like Crash Bash, they would perform the same, but here in Crash Team Rumble, each character actually has their own unique skills and different playstyles. And there are actually different classes in this game, even though it doesn't look like it. There are supporting classes, there are, you know, kind of heavy combat classes, and then you have kind of the runners that are great at collecting points and are more quick and agile, and then you have to decide, you know, if you're going to protect them, if you're going to protect the base, if you're going to protect the power-ups around the map. Now, the combat is fast-paced, and basically it's usually just you hitting each other with whatever move your character has, but you can get added, you know, combat bonuses from these power-ups around the maps and stuff like that, which I do like. I'm honestly surprised at the amount of tactical gameplay that this game has, when basically this is a casual, and it could be for kids or just for people who want a fun party game to play with their friends, but there's actually a surprising amount of tactical gameplay. Like I said, it does take inspirations from MOBA type gameplay and that kind of genre. Now, each match is only 8 minutes long, around about that, so it never overstays its welcome, and that's very important in this type of game. You don't want a game mode feeling like it's dragging. And if you like these types of games where you're facing a different team and it's all about point collecting and working together, then this will keep you engaged and on the edge of your seat. If you're not into competitive multiplayer games, then this is a hard skip, because there's nothing else going on here. It is all about kind of the same game mode, but having it recycled in a way that feels fresh. And that is thanks to the complicated characters and their unique skills, which is, you know, surprising for this type of game. Like I said, it's nothing groundbreaking like League of Legends or something like that. But what stops Crash Team Rumble from going stale, I would say, is the relic stations, okay? And in each map you have these relic stations, and basically you can acquire special abilities from these relic stations, and they are map specific. Each map will have its own unique effect, like a massive storm or a massive beach ball that will go hopping around, and you will be able to use to dish out some extra damage. So that is what I find interesting about Crash Team Rumble, is it's just a surprising amount of choice and decision making and tactical gameplay. You know, you need communication with your team. Yes, this can just become a easy cluster, you know what, if you want it to be and you're not communicating with anyone, that is also fun. But I think this is best when you're actually communicating or you're playing this with friends or family. It's nothing in depth, it's nothing that super crazy, but it's just nice and refreshing to have a video game just be a video game and not try and, you know, convolute itself with, you know, cinematic BS and just stale gameplay mechanics that get reused so often. This just takes a good old-fashioned formula from something like Crash Bash, which is a very old retro game, and just make it new and accessible to the modern audience. I haven't really got a problem with that, and I think, you know, it's not exactly innovating, it's not taking any risks, it is basically just using gameplay mechanics that have worked in other similar party, you know, competitive multiplayer games before, but mixing them together to make something rather unique and interesting with the Crash characters, which I think is just, you know, a good time. Now, if you do want to play single player, there is a way to do that with bots, and that's pretty cool. Also, this is coming out on Xbox, it's not just Sony exclusive anymore, and what's cool about this is there is actual cross-play between different consoles, so that's a nice feature, I think. And, you know, we're starting to see the breakdown of this kind of tribal console mentality, and I just think that's great. so I do appreciate that. There's not that much to be said about this. Don't expect this game to keep you entertained for hours. This is something that you might get, I would say, on a sale, or if it becomes free at any point, and then just play it for a bit. Or if you're a massive Party Crash fan, then, or if you're a massive Crash fan or you love these competitive multiplayer games, it's definitely worth purchasing day one. I couldn't see any bugs. Or any FPS issues when I play tested it, so I think that's a positive, and I think this is worth it for that type of audience. Otherwise, I would give it a miss if you don't care about multiplayer or competitive games. Just don't expect this to keep you entertained for hours, but it's great that video games are just going back to their roots. This is what we need more of in the gaming industry, not broken lies. So I hope you did enjoy my Crash Team Rumble review, my Crash Team Rumble game review. If you did, please do subscribe and leave a like. It does help me out a lot. Please leave a comment down below. I love having discussions with you guys. Let me know what you think about the gaming industry. I did just make a video recently discussing what is wrong with the modern day gaming industry. I call it out for what it is. I call out the shills in the industry and the shill corporate YouTubers. So if you like that type of thing, check out that video. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.